Alrighty, let's see if this thing is ready to go. Hello everyone, this is Dion Soul. I hope everyone is doing well. And you know what? I don't have enough light here. Let's see if this thing is going to pop in here in just a second. And then let's see if this thing is ready to go. Hello everyone, this is Dion Soul. I hope everyone is doing well. And you know what? I don't have There we go. I got to get rid of that so I can actually hear. And then enough light here. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Got to fix that light and get this thing live again. Hey, like this 5 minutes and just let's just go. Anyway, so what we got going on here today is, as you can see, we're going to fly the V-22 or the MV-22 by I forgot the name of the damn guys that made it. AOA Simulations. Had a brain fart there trying to figure it out. But anyway, we're going to fly the flight today and just kind of do a fun fly. We're sitting over here in South Lake Tahoe. Just thought I would just take the airplane, just go fly, or the aircraft, and go fly around and that sort of thing. But the first thing that we got to do is, we are not in cold and dark state. We are actually in semi cold and dark state, because we got to have it set up correctly. So let me do that real quick. We got to fold all the wings, and because we like to fold all the wings part. And then one of my guys over on my Discord channel, he gave me why this thing is finishing up here. I'm going to go over here like that. So now you can see here it's all folded up, and like we were just all parked and everything, and all set and ready to go. And then I added, there we go. We had to make it transformer related here, so I had to go back into the paint, and so now we got our transformer logo sitting in the center of the wing. So then that way, when we do the when we do the switcheroo, we got our transformer action going on here. There we go. But anyway, so like I said, I just want to go have some fun. This isn't an FS economy flight. This isn't anything like that. I'm basically just going to go fly around, and then practice my landings with the aircraft. I did reach out to the developer for AOA Simulations via, hey Paul, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yes, Paul, it's a fine machine, no doubt about it. I really like it. I mean, yes, like I said in my review, it's got a lot of shortcomings. I did talk to the developer, AOA Simulations, and they did say that they are working on a version 1.7. They're not going to, because they're already involved in the in their update already. They didn't see my video and fast enough, and they didn't see the complaints that what other people have had with the baked on, the decals baked on the side of the fuselage and whatnot, and that sort of thing. So I think those will probably get addressed over time. Hopefully, people will buy more of the aircraft, and then that way, that way they'll want to, spend more time in updating their aircraft and making it better. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll just don't. Who knows? But at any rate, so we'll go ahead and get everything all set up and ready to go here. As I did in my review, I've already went through the buttons on the HUD display. So I thought what I would do is just go ahead and just start this airplane and go ahead and just take off and have some fun. And just go practice landings and takeoffs and everything else, just to have a blast, because my wife's out running around right now with my daughter. So my daughter and my wife are out with the grandkids, and so it's time for dear old grandpa / dad to fly. So so here we go. So what I do need to do, though, however, is I'd like to put some more. Well, first off, get rid of that irritating noise. Get rid of that. Second of all, we need to actually put some fuel in this aircraft and get rid of the jettisonable weight, so we have more availability of, we don't overweight the aircraft. And so we got that taken care of here. Fuel wise, let's put in 2 hours of fuel. That should be fine. Roughly 2 hours of fuel for what we're going to have time for. And then let's just go ahead and go fly around the mountains. So all right, we got that taken care of there. We'll go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and get rid of the auto tilt, auto trim. The airplane is worth cost $32 over in the xplane.org store, and based because of the shortcomings of the aircraft, I would wait and see what version 1.7 has. I know over well, matter of fact, let me stall here real quick because you asked the question. Let me go back and get into the xplane.org forum real quick, and then I'll just, in the own words of the developer, we can sit there and read in the own words of what he said. So bear with me just a second as I flip over here to the other monitor right here. And there's what I said, and there's what he said. Okay, so here we go. Right there. There it is, right there. So I said, "Hello, David. I hope you are doing well. About 2 days ago, as of this post, I purchased the V-22 Osprey and have been enjoying the aircraft and decided to do a review of your aircraft due to the fact that there is not much out there that I could find on YouTube. My question is, do you have a roadmap on for your flight model, and if you'd like to give us some insight." I'm going to paraphrase now what I said to save up time. And then, of course, I said about my video, is you going to have any, what's your roadmap, or what are you going to do with this airplane, is basically is what I told him. And he replied to me, not in specific, but in general. He replied, yeah, Osprey 1.7 is in development and will be releasing soon. And he talked about the two people that are working with him have done some work towards getting the autopilot work. The autopilot does not work very well. That is very true. We will have a heading and altitude capture and hold working now, and still need to complete work on the terrain following autopilot mode. And I think what that means, like when I'm using the GTN 750, it's not following the magenta line. So I'm hoping they'll get that worked out. And then also to rework the sounds. In the meantime, if they said if I want to, I can delete the Fmod folder and allow a default freeware MV-22 Osprey model sounds to play around with. But the sounds are not that bad. The sounds to me are important, but they're not as critical. They did also add an oxygen system and interior glass reflections, which is cool, but I'm not really tripping on that as much as the props. When we get the props fired up here and get the thing going, you will see that you see the propellers too much. Also added a new transponder box for the transponder, so for when you're doing online, when you're online flying the aircraft online, and then you'll be able to have ATC like various online I'm having a brain fart what you call the damn things, but you could be able to use it, and they'll be able to see you. Then they're also working on the implementation of the library rain effects and that sort of thing. Now, they did not go into detail about making more of the buttons more functional and that sort of thing. They did not go into detail on fixing this right here. Some of this does not work very well, like well, let me jump back over here into the sim. Sorry about that. Jumping over here, some of the things in the G1000 don't work correctly. But this airplane, as its current 1.6 version, is really set up to be a hands-on, just fly. Fly by hand, which is what we're going to be doing today, is flying by hand. So, but yeah, he basically said they are doing some things, but a lot of stuff in my video, they did not go into the amount of concerns that I laid that I am, that needs to be addressed. So, because there's a lot out there, and maybe they just don't have the know-how and to be able to address, everything that I talked about in my video, or either they don't know how or they don't want to, one of the two. But at any rate, it just doesn't still stop for me from enjoying the airplane and just flying it and have fun. So, and that's the main thing is having fun with the aircraft. So, anyway, we already got the GPU going on right here. So that's all set and ready to go. We've got our feel about where we want to go. So I could be sitting here talking all day long and not doing what we enjoy to do, and that's flying the airplane. So I'm going to go ahead and start engine number 1 and Go ahead and make that happen and start the fuel switch, and then we'll go ahead and bring that in, and then you'll see, should see the props start to move. See, to me the sounds don't sound that bad. We'll start engine number 2, which I'll do off camera. But I've been really having fun with it. Articulate the that's one thing I don't like, is that irritating, every 5 seconds you got to hit the damn caution button. We're going to put our manual. See, I do everything manually. Like I said in my previous video, I do everything manually as far as controlling the aircraft, because the automatic, I've been having nothing but problems with it. And so I just turn off. See, if you have it on like this, now you're going to have your trim, your flaps, and your tilt, the rotors in automatic mode. And to me, that's annoying. I don't like that at all. I would rather have it in full. I'd rather have full control. That way, if it screws up, it screws up. All right, so now we got that going on right here. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a little gas. And we'll go ahead, now that we got the generators going, and get rid of the APU. Flip on the camera, background camera. Let me hold the brakes here real quick. Am I holding the brakes? Yeah, I'm holding the brakes. And you can see that, you know, you can see a lot of the propellers, but we are at low RPM, so that would be expected. But if I go higher RPM, hopefully it's won't go off the ground. It might go off the ground. But some of that should turn into a blur. At one point, that should turn into a blur, and you should no longer see the propellers anymore. And even at full speed, you still see the propellers. And I have another video that it's on my Discord channel that when me and my friends were talking about it, that hey, those propellers should be, when you're at full power, you should not be visible anymore. It should just be a blur. You know, not a total blur, but you know, more or less a blur is what he basically said. That's what they've been saying. But anyway, again, too much talking. Let's get in the air. Let's get going. Transformer 1 heading down the runway, or heading down the taxiing to runway 36, I believe that is. We'll do a quick still spot flyby. Kind of, to be honest, both actually. More of a helicopter than an airplane. I'm still having a hard time. Trying to land it like an airplane. I'm getting better, but I'm still a far cry, you know, from, you know, taking off. You can take off like a helicopter, you know, no problem, very easily. Let me go ahead and knock the rotors back down to 80%. And you can see me increase. there. But it's still pretty cool. I mean, I like it. I think it's pretty neato. I think it's very, very cool. It's hard to do these exterior shots because I'm sitting here trying to fly this aircraft at the same time that I'm trying to show the exterior shots. So that's why I'm not going down the center line on the... I could have went half the runway, I guess. Let me go ahead and go down here at the end, and then we'll go ahead and make this thing happen. Yeah, if I pull back the flaps and then take off like more like an aircraft. I can't put the nacelles all the way down to total vertical because if I do that, the wing tips would hit the ground. Even in the real world, you know, it would hit the ground. So I can't be doing that. Go ahead and get up here and lined up, and then we'll just take off because this thing is going to take off with ease, even with my flaps halfway.
Approaching 3-6.
All right, November 502
on
Delta
runway
Mike.
36.
It's taking off. Runway 36 for straight out departure. So I'll go ahead and increase. And you see, I only got. I mean, that was very short, and I was only, half my flaps down. That wasn't a total. I purposely didn't do a total vertical. I'll tilt my rotor some more.
FSE flight not started.
Yeah, we're not doing an FSE flight. We are going to get some speed here. And we are going to take off. This thing does go like a bat out of hell once you get it in full flight mode. Okay, now it gets quieter because now we are in full flight mode. Now you can see that speed increase like crazy. It is. Yeah, just search YouTube with the V-22 Osprey, and you'll see some videos on it. There's just not a lot of videos. Not a lot of videos on this aircraft. Let me get it settled down here. Pull back my pitch trim. Get my pitch trim back down. See, right now, you basically high and fly this aircraft. You can put the autopilot in, but it just doesn't work as good. You know, we're at 219 knots, 220 knots. To try to conserve fuel for my FS economy flights, I'll do right around 230 knots indicated. But this thing can go north of 250 pretty easy. You can see I'm not, right now, no hands. Look, Mom, no hands. But you see, we're at full power right now, and according to all my propeller rotor heads that I talk with, they say, and even in the videos that I have seen of the Osprey, you should not be seeing those props at all. They should, at this speed, it should be a blur. It should be a blur of cut in quarters. Now that you'd have quarters. I don't know how to explain it, but you'd have quarters of blur. This a quarter section of blur, a quarter section of blur, a quarter section of blur, and a quarter section of blur, but representing what the helicopter, where the blades would be. That kind of thing. Kind of hard to explain, but in this case, you're seeing it where you can see the whole prop the whole time, and in videos that I've seen, you shouldn't see this. So the developer's got to fix. It's got to fix the. It's got to fix that. And we are doing 212 knots. We're at 12,500 feet. And I think that's where I'm gonna. I think that's where I'm gonna work our way back down. Yeah, it's hard to explain. When you see it, when you see a helicopter and how the props are, then like, oh yeah, okay, I know what Dion's talking about. See, like right now, you see in this shot right here, with me being inside the cab or inside the cockpit, you can see that the blades every so often are dancing, getting in front of the sun, and I shouldn't be seeing that right now. If I was at low RPM, then yes, obviously you would see it at low RPM. But at high RPM right now, you shouldn't be seeing that at all. You should just see a solid, just a shadow of the sun. Go ahead and back off on my props, or my. See, now we're at 260 knots already. And we're doing 319 over the ground. So this thing goes fast. And like I said, I was going to fly over and just kind of go fly around the mountains and whatnot. Practice some landings. Matter of fact, I guess our first practice landing would be, let's just go ahead and go over to Reno. Because Reno's just right over here. I'm not doing a lot of switching around the views like I do with my other aircraft or fixed-wing aircraft, because as soon as I, even if I trim it out, as soon as I let go of the stick, this thing wants to do its own thing, and which is not a good thing. It's still, like I said, the sounds are not bad. I'm happy with them. But the real ones do sound different. I'll give them that. I wish I could post the video. That I found a video that shows the Osprey, the real world Ospreys in action. See if I can copy that without crashing what I'm flying. There's a video I found of what the real world Ospreys do, and yeah, there's obviously some similarities, but that's just one video. There's more videos out there. That's just the only one I can pull up right now. But yeah, we're doing 7,500 feet, and we're doing 280 knots. So I think I'd be getting busted by the FAA right now. There are now what I got to do is I got to back off a lot on the power, pull pull my pitch trim up and just slow this bad boy down by a lot. So this will be my first attempt. Well, not my first attempt ever, but I mean, I'll make first of the day. Let me say it that way. First of the day. I'm trying to land the aircraft. You gotta be really, really far away to control. And my frame rates are already suffering already anyway because of the fact that I've got full detail on and or full objects in the sim, so my frame rates are suffering a bit here. I gotta get below 160 knots indicated, then I can start tilting the rotors. And we'll just come in here and land right here at Reno, Nevada first off. Coming in hot. Ghost Rider coming in hot. So we'll try to land this like a conventional airplane.
Approaching 3-4 left.
500.
Bleed off some airspeed. And then the props, or I'm sorry, the props, the sail should start to raise up. See, I got some lift. Now I'm trying to slow the aircraft down more. I'm at 132 knots. This is gonna be a hard landing, I can tell already.
17.
Kind of just skimming it right now, and with the frame rates not being as good as they could be.
Long landing, 6,000 feet remaining.
Yep, hard landing as expected. It's okay, that's number one. That's number one, it's hard.
5,000 remaining.
That's
4,000 remaining.
give it a little bit more power because now they got the rotors tilted the other direction. Now if I leave the rotors at 90, alrighty, I definitely appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to fly for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But I definitely, Paul, definitely appreciate you stopping by. Definitely throw a like and subscribe and all that other happy stuff that everybody already says. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go hit this thing up in the middle. Get the what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a vertical takeoff this time. me get my props or my nacelles at 90 where it needs to be. I got the brakes on.
On runway 34 left. On runway
Now
3
let's go full
4
power.
left.
Get rid of flaps. Point the nose forward like a helicopter. Bring the nacelles forward.
FSE flight not started.
And I think I forgot to put the gear down. But maybe it went down on its own. So like I said, I just practicing the flights, or practicing the landings. Now we'll go right over here to Reno Stead. That's what it is. So go right over here to Reno Stead. And we'll try to land here at Reno Stead. And like I said, after talking to the developer via the forums, they are going to come out with a version 1.7 for this aircraft. So he said soon, so hopefully they're getting it all worked out. If I was them, I would just wait until 4.0 is finalized before I would release the update for the aircraft. Make sure it's working with version 4.0. Today we got release 4.0, release candidate 1 or RC1. We got that today, and I'm flying that right now because I do have the experimental flight model going with this aircraft, and you know, I don't care. It's like whatever, you know. The only way to learn is to do. So that's the way I always look at it. So trying to keep it under 250 knots. And let's kind of zip on over here. We'll try our landings again. And like I said, I'm just kind of hopscotching around different airports just to land, just to keep on, you know, get better. Vulcan is not going to happen until the first quarter of 2020, as the last I've heard is when Vulcan will be released, as the first quarter of 2020 at the earliest. They were saying that they're going to have it be ready for test by the end of December. I mean, literally December 31st or whatever. But if they're saying that, then I'm saying probably the end of the second quarter or the first quarter in 2020 is when they'll actually have it ready. Maybe, you know, at least that's the vibe I've been getting. Now I'm going too high, and I'm just kind of, so I'm not going to make this. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to stop. Pull the flaps out, and then we'll once we get the speed slowed down, we'll do a helicopter landing. And there goes the nose because I was out of position, but that's okay. Try for down there, but I think I'll miss it because see if I can get it down there. My landing is like a helicopter, takes forever. I'll sink a little bit.
Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway.
So you hear that sound where it starts, or you hear that sound start to stop shaking, because that's representing that you are stalling. Let me try to get over there. Like I said, I got a lot of practice to do. And so I've always been a fixed wing guy, and now playing around with rotary craft is extreme challenge. People look at it and say, Dion, you suck. Well, yeah, I know I suck, alright? That's why I'm learning. That's why I'm in a simulation. That way if I crash it, who cares, right? So let me see if I can aim for that spot there. You hear that sound? Okay. Come on. Come on. Just down a little bit more. Just fall just a little bit more. At 285. Just a few spines, you know, no big deal. No, you don't need a spine, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do now is let me just stop it right here real fast. All right, so let's go outside. We'll go right here, and then we will unclick that so I can go up and down. Okay, good. And let's watch it. Go back a little ways. All right, that's good enough. Like I said, I just got a lot of practice. At least I had the gear down this time. Ouch. 1 medical, 2 medical. That's cool. Success. Anyway, something that popped up on my screen. Anyway, so that's pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now we'll go back live. Are we back live? Yeah, we're back live. Alright. Okay, full flaps back out. We're at 90 degrees on our props, our nacelles. Full power. Let's see. We can go to Truckee, I guess. Truckee would be over here. If I remember
FSE flight not started.
Now slowly transition. Take the nacelles to 80%. Get some speed. Gear up. Move the nacelles to 50%. Get more speed. And we'll get above 160 knots. And then nacelles all the way to full vertical. And there we go. Now we're full vertical, and now our speed's increasing tremendously. I need to back off though, because I don't want to. I want to keep it under 100, or keep it under 230 knots or 250 knots indicated until I get above 10,000. But like I said, they got to work on their animations for their props, because you shouldn't see those right now. That should just be a blur right now. And that's it, because I'm at full RPM. That shouldn't be seeing those props right now. Now let's go find Truckee. Thank you, sir. I definitely appreciate it, Mr. Bugeater64. I hope you are doing well. I was looking out for you today over on the Discord channel, but I saw that you must have been busy today. That's all right. We all have our days that we are busy. Yeah, I don't know when you came in, Bill, but you know, I did get a reply from the developer. They are working on version 1.7, but they didn't really. The David guy that I emailed he didn't indicate that he saw my video or not. So I don't know if he saw my video, but they are adding the rain effects to the aircraft, the live rain effects. And mostly it's trying to make the autopilot work, because the autopilot doesn't work, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, I am on Discord, by the way, because my wife's gone. My wife and my daughter are out shopping. I think they went to not Walmart, but to the other place, Costco. They went to Costco. That's where they went. So I'm just practicing landing the aircraft. And I'm just trying to work my way towards Truckee, which is over here somewhere. Need to back off on my pitch trim, so I can do a couple little maintenance things. Mainly get my range. So I know where Truckee is. Okay, Truckee's over here. And we are doing 280 knots at 9,900 feet, so I'm in trouble already. Now let's drop the power so I can start losing speed. And we'll just come on here and try to find Truckee. Which I think is right in front of me. I think that's the Interstate 80 right there. That's what that is, Interstate 80. Going off to San Francisco that way. Sightseeing. Slow this bird way down. I'll just pitch the nose up here. And there's a Mr. Bug Eater 64 is in the house now. As soon as he gets his audio set.
Oh, he's fine.
Oh, there's his audio. So yeah, I'm just trying to work my way around here, and I'll try to land this thing. Another landing test.
I hear that.
So what do you
I haven't done any flying the last couple days. Been busy working around the house.
Well, that happens. I'm supposed to be. Okay, now we got VRS. Oh, okay. It's time to get some power. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to stop the aircraft so I can swing it around.
You've got a forward speed of 118 miles.
Yeah, I was
knots.
Yeah.
You should not be able to get into VRS.
Oh, well.
So I don't know why
It was just red. It wasn't VRS, it was just red.
Right. Well, I don't know. I thought it might be one of the flight dynamics of this particular aircraft.
Right.
In the simulation.
It doesn't like me losing power. Or if I do that. Hey! Yeehaw! I went to 90 degrees. Uh-oh.
Caution.
Uh-oh.
Taxiway.
Uh-oh.
Caution,
Down. Going
taxiway.
down! Mayday, going down! Oopsie. Okay, now we gotta... Oh, you're not gonna let me show it? Oh, X-Plane automatically restarted it.
Oh, it did.
Darn it.
It always asks me if I want to continue or not.
Darn it. I wanted to...
That's not fair.
I know, I wanted... If we're gonna crash, we're gonna go all the way and we're gonna review the crash. What I did is I took the cells all the way up to 90%, and so it just pitched the airplane, lost everything, and that was it. Now I gotta wait for the damn thing to reset. It takes forever.
Are you in version R1?
Yes. Release candidate R1. We've got to be patient a minute, wait for it to restart.
Yeah.
Okay, there it goes. On my side, it's now reset. Okay, let's try this again. Without crashing this time. Okay, first thing we got to do is we've got to... Well, first off, make sure that we're all good on the outside. We are. Oh, did you see my little... I added that... so now I got my Transformers... The Transformers thing that Josh gave us.
Ah, okay.
So I thought I'd throw it up there. That's the only place I could put it that was going to work. Anyway, so we'll try that again without crashing this time. And of course now I got a phone call. So of course, while I'm streaming, I have a phone call.
Of course.
Alright, so we got the APU on, we got our power on. Go ahead and flip the switch for that, and then we will go ahead and start the engines. And there they go. So we'll have to wait and see what version 1.7 has for me once it gets going. Because like I said, no matter with all the defaults that the airplane has, I've still been having fun with the airplane. So I really can't
and that's
complain.
all that really matters.
Yeah. I still can't use it for FS economy though. It just burns way too much fuel. That's the only problem. I mean, I take that back. I can use it for X-plane or for FS economy. It's just that every time I land, I gotta stop and put more fuel in it. I can go probably about 150 miles, and then I'm out of fuel.
There's something wrong with that because that aircraft's got a lot more range.
Oh yeah, it's the fact of the because I'm using a Twin Otter alias, which only has a 416-gallon gas tank, and it just because of that alias, it just doesn't have a. If I fly on my own, I can put 13,700 kilograms of fuel in here, which gives me a range of 1,000 miles.
Yeah,
plus.
you need another you need to find another alias.
Yep, exactly. All right, so now we got 90 degrees. Oh, we got to turn our generators on. Generators go on, APU goes off. All lights need to go back on. And then we can go. Well, I got permission from the tower to take off directly from here, so we're going to do that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm going to say, sure you did.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And we'll put in 80% on our 80 degrees. Our tail rotors, rotors.
FSE flight not started.
I'll slowly get some speed up here and work our way to get some power. Fun here, but let's not run into the ground. That's not having fun.
Good point.
All right, now we're at full vertical. Yes, we are. Get some speed going on here, and we'll climb. And we'll just get up here and
cut the tops of the trees off. So
right.
No biggie.
No big deal. They don't need those trees need to be trimmed anyway. Forest Service, requires.
Yeah, we can send them the bill.
Exactly. I think that's the back way into South Lake Tahoe right there. I think I've taken that route. years ago, back in the 90s, if I remember right. Not a bad sightseeing aircraft. Not too bad.
Unless you're sitting in the back.
Yeah. See, that's what I'd like to have. I'd like to have it set up where I could have the viewers, you know, have their VR headsets on, and I'm sitting there flying around, and they could sit there and have their own stations, and then look at the, you know, look out and whatnot. That'd be pretty epic. That ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Technology's gotta get there to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, you need about another 30 years.
All right. So now, I'd like to get some more altitude, though. I'm not too crazy about this. Let me get some more altitude here. Climb a little bit. Not much to see at this moment. We'll get over here to the 395 and I'll just follow down the 395. But yeah, so they're definitely going to come out with this version 1.7 patch that will hopefully fix, mainly for me, fix the autopilot, because the autopilot just will not follow the magenta line if its life depended on it. I have to constantly do course corrections and keep into it. It'll keep the altitude, no problem, and it'll keep the speed, no problem, but it will not keep.
It won't follow a flight plan.
Yeah. Well, Paul, sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad you're back in business. And now you can see that we're starting, because I'm at 13,000 feet, now you can start to see the screen start to go black on me, which means now I have to avoid, well, you know what, let's just make it a little darker just so I can show that and they are putting in an oxygen system, which segues into, they are putting an oxygen system into the aircraft that's going to make it so you have oxygen. But right now how I'm able to do it is I'm over here to the portable oxygen plug-in, and then just turn that on. So now I've got oxygen, and so now the screen will go back clear, and then I will be good to go. And I like using that thing because that thing's pretty cool. See, now it's getting all nice and bright. And I'll go ahead and put our altitude to 15,500 feet. And then I'll just click on altitude hold. And then heading hold. No, I don't want to do that because heading's backwards. But heading's not going to hold for me anyway. I'm heading towards Bridgeport right now, Bridgeport, California. And we're going to do about a 2,000 foot climb. And there we go. So part of it, like I say, part of it, like they're working on the autopilot to make the autopilot where I can follow the magenta line, which will be good. But like I say, just consumes. And as far as them fixing the props, I didn't ask them about it. You know, that conversation that we had in our Discord happened after I did the video. So, but they do need to fix that, because the video that I've got posted into the chat today, that video is a collaboration of a bunch of videos of the Osprey, and you'll see that the props are, you don't see the props like you see here in the
Oh,
sample.
I know. I've been on the real bird.
Oh, you done for wheelies, for wheels,
For wheel.
for wheels.
That's why I said the sounds, you know, on the startup and everything, that's fine.
Uh huh.
Even when it's, you know, taxing, you know, you kind of get that whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
But when it's under full power flying, you don't hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the even in the at the start of this video, I did what the developer said. I did a screenshot, or I went over to the explain.org. As a matter of fact, I can do it again. And and they basically said that, yeah, if you want to have different sounds, just delete the fmod folder, and then just use a default freeware MV-22 Osprey model sound pack instead. But I'm not tripping on it. It's you know, it's okay.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Fmod is supposed to be an improvement too, so.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, with the like all the shadowing of the props, you know, I shouldn't be seeing that right now anyway. But I am doing, you know, 343 knots over the ground right now, and almost at 256. But I am burning a lot of gallons. I'm burning 488 gallons per hour at the moment. So let me get back over here, because we're kind of off track over here a little bit. Matter of fact, where I want to do my... Well, in front of us is Mono Lake, so we'll go to Mono Lake. We'll land in the center of Mono Lake.
Now, when you talked to the developer, did you ask him about putting pontoons on this thing?
No. No, that conversation didn't happen because I didn't think about it. Kind of missed that one.
Yeah, make a note, make a note.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully the developer subscribed to my channel, and hopefully he saw my video, and know that I'm not just, you know, a guy complaining about his product. That, hey, I definitely want this thing to be, you know, a robust product.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I paid the money. Like I told him in my text, I paid the money for the airplane, so I do want to see it succeed. You know, that's the way I look at it. If I put my name or stamp my approval on something, then, you know, it's got to be backed up.
Yep, that goes without saying.
Yep, exactly. But anyway, I'm going to slowly work our way down over here, because we are on the backside of Sierra Nevada's mountains, and the 395 is out of our visual range, but we are kind of following it right now. Actually, it's right there, which I can't point because I'm trying to fly, but there it is right there on the ground. That little black line is the 395.
What are you saying? You can't multitask? Come on now.
Not
buddy.
Yeah, I can do that when I have autopilot going. Only thing autopilot is able to use in this airplane or in this aircraft is the damn altitude. That's all that's important, right?
Yep.
Keep you from hitting the ground.
Well, if you insist. We've already been there and done that.
Yeah, I already landed once already. Hard. That was just a hard landing, though.
That's true. That's true. You know. If it'd been any harder, they'd been bringing a coroner instead of an ambulance, but that's a little bit of a bump.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to slow down here and swoop in and land on that island here at Mono Lake. And with a skilled pilot, no problem, but with a guy who's learning, is a challenge. And we'll get rid of the, there we go, okay, it did it for me. Okay, I'll take that. And then we'll put in our flaps. We'll do flaps 2. And I'll slowly start rotating the rotors. Come on, slow down. Now get the rotors going on here. Dive, dive, dive. Okay.
Wrong branch of service.
Yeah. And we were also diving. We were also descending at. Was it 7,000 feet per minute right there?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That's a
Minus 7,100. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I wonder why it was.
It's bucking me, I'll tell you that. I'll give it a little bit more power. See, what's my wind? Okay, my wind. I'm with the wind right now, so I need to turn around. I still need to.
You're working very diligently to try to break this aircraft.
Yes, I am. Just like my daddy taught me.
Very good.
And let's see. Anywhere on that big patch of landmass, hey, if I get it down there, I'll be a happy camper. Now I'm at 80. Can you stop climbing, please? Okay, let me go. I see it. It was set at neutral. Not set at neutral. There, now we're at neutral. Now we should start to come down like an elevator. Problem is, let me go put the nose down here and see if I can go forward a little bit and then turn around. Because right now the wind is at our back. We got tailwind right now. Somebody watches this video that actually flies these things all the time. They're gonna look at me and just laugh. Yes, and let me go out here a little ways. I'm gonna go beyond my target. I have an idea where I'm gonna land. Now let's see if I can get it there.
Let's see if we pick the same spot.
All right, stop with the nose. glad I don't have that because I've been getting that a lot. I'm just trying to pick a clearing anywhere that it doesn't have a lot of trees. That's all I'm looking for.
Well, I've got my spot.
Okay. I need to lose more altitude. So let's continue the... You can hear that shaky sound. Actually, I want to go back. Shame I don't have ability to be able to have a picture-in-picture where I can explain these and create a picture-in-picture where you can have like a behind you or whatever. Oh, now we're at VRS.
Put the nose down.
You're trying. Trying. Oh, it's gonna be. There it goes. I got it back. There's the VRS. Well, I recovered from a VRS. But hey, here we go. Right here.
Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway.
Well, 378. I did have the gear down, right? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Ouch.
Let me go to replay, and then we'll back it up just a little bit. We'll static that shot right there. And then we'll go down. Let's go back a little bit. As I said, I gotta work on it. Ouch. Ooh, that was really a hop. Well, at least it wasn't a real one. The United States government would be either put me in jail or make me pay for it.
Or both.
Or both. So, well, at least I got it on the ground. And it was only 392 feet per minute, so just a little help from your chiropractor, maybe.
FSE flight not started.
Yeah, because there's nothing here. Get some speed back. And like I said, I do what I normally do. I don't read instructions. I just get in it and go. That's how I learn. And that's how I get. That's how I'll get it eventually. Transition from 50% to anything less. I want to go land on top of the mountain. That's where I want to go next. So let me get some speed up here.
Well, while you head to the mountains, I'm gonna take care of business.
Alrighty. I'll be here. At least until my wife gets home. when my wife gets home, then I'll have to stop the stream. But I appreciate the like. Definitely like the videos. I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Trying to grow the channel. Trying to get YouTube, because I was for a long time, or not for a long time, but I was for a while monetized, and then they enacted the new monetization profile, and after they did that, then my monetization went away because you had to have 1,000 subscribers, and I only have, you know, at that time I only had like 100. So, but you know, it is what it is. So now what we're doing is we're going over here. That right there is part of the June Lakes. The June Lake Loop is that little black line right over there, just to the right of the lake, or one of them. So let's climb up here, and we'll go up here into the high country. A lot of fishing, a lot of trout. We got a lot of trout up here. Excuse me.
Gazoon tight.
Thank you. And there is the other, which I have to get over this because I can't really see it that well, but there's the other lake that's part of June Lakes. As we are climbing. There's the one June Lake you can see briefly before I have to control, but right there, little rec area, recreation area, and then you go over here to the other June Lake, which is over here. Here in the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains. Very, very cool. Never be able to do this in the real world. Well, I could if I could afford it, but I couldn't afford it. Especially in this thing. Definitely wouldn't be doing it in this thing.
Understood.
Getting good. Thanks, Paul. I definitely appreciate that. I need all the confidence I can get. Believe me. I need all the help I can get. Just looking to see if there's another cool place to land. Because now we're not going to be landing on a, now we're going to be landing in the wilderness. Let's see something I want to land at. See, if the stream was more real-time, then I'd say, okay, well, where do you want me to land at, guys? And then you could just say, well, hey, Dion, I want you to land over there next to that, and then I could do it. But by the time I get in the stream of where people would want me to land at, I will have already passed it, or whatever the case may be. Then I'd be have to sit there trying to fumble around trying to figure it out, because YouTube has such a high lag from when I'm streaming by the time it gets.
Yep, 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, there's a road directly in front of you and a white patch just to the right.
Well, I see the contrail that was embedded into the ground.
Yeah, that could be what I'm thinking is a road. Then there's a big white patch to the right of that, on top of that little mound.
Yeah, that right there is a snowbank, or baked on snowbank. Let me turn it off. Let me see if I can. See if I can do that. Slow this thing down, because I am going extremely fast. See, I was trying to avoid it to go the nose pitch up like it did. Gotta work on that.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, I gotta work on that. I'll get it back. I'm not worried about it. I can do it. I can do it. There we go. We're still 8,000 hour diving, but we're... Okay. Got it back. Now that little patch you're talking about, I think is to my right.
Should be to the right or to the left.
I think if it's the
I
one
got
was,
discombobulated with you flopping around.
I know. Well, first off, let me just get myself stable, because right now I'm not stable. Of course, as
I've known that for a couple of years.
Well, see, the problem is that this thing will automatically switch the props to full forward without you having control. Even though I have it set to automatic, it'll still do it anyway, and that's very annoying. It's like, no, let me control it. You're out.
Yeah, especially if if you're trying to do a precision approach. Or is that a safety feature?
It's supposed to be a safety feature. Okay, so now I've got the props at 90, and I got my flaps where I need them to be. Now the patch that I think you're referring to.
Yeah, it's probably just
in front
right
of me.
there.
Is in front of me. Now I just gotta get to it. I'm just trying to keep it in the sync mode.
Yeah, you really want to probably try to keep your sync less than 800 feet a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, because this wanted me to go all kinds of places that I don't want it to go.
Well, you're only doing about 18 knots.
Once I get it in the green, everything is fine. Just keeping it in the green. All I know is if I had real actual people, they'd be freaking out. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Yep, pretty much.
See, I'm not losing or gaining any altitude right now. I'm trying to get to that patch right there in front of me. Of course, you guys will see it 15 seconds after I say this. That's where I want to land, in that patch. Stop right here. Just control my descent. Okay, I'm 800 feet above the ground. Well, there's the patch I wanted to land at. Instead, I'm going to land in the trees.
Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway.
He's gonna crush Rocky's the squirrel's house.
Oh, lucky there. I'll take it, thank you very much. Minus 93 feet per minute butter. I think that's the first butter I got.
Yeah, there is luck in the Irish. You even found the right patch.
Yeah, I even got it on the patch too. Go back a little bit. Let me static my view here. I need thrusters, like we have in Elite Dangerous. Need thrusters, forward, backwards, all sides.
Giving you more thrusters would not be a good thing.
But still, I'd take it. I'll take that landing.
Oh yeah.
I'll take that landing. Thank you very much. Go back live. Okay. Boy, it's just not getting off. It's just not launching off the ground very fast, is it? Or if it's because of the altitude, because I'm at 8,000 feet, you should be able to launch no problem. Flaps are set. Did I break something?
I don't know. It looks like you're backing up.
Yeah. There we go. Now it's starting to go. It's like, well, wait a minute here. Did I break it? Alrighty. Oh, he's gone. He said he's got to go.
FSE flight not started.
Leaders.
Yaters. I guess wind over those wings. Thank you, Paul. Paul, you take care. I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Guess I just need to go this way and try to get some speed. Aim for that valley right there. Okay, now why are you doing that to me? Be nice. I am in the mountains. I could have wind problems. Interesting.
Admit it, you just like backing up.
I guess. Just does not want to get up. Get up and get off the ground now. Be nice. So you think I should be going up like crazy right now. My ITT is red and my prop speed is red. Everything's red. I'll go 75 on the props. I get some speed going here. See, if I go 75 on the then it does that thing. So I won't do that. Okay. Maybe I was just trying to go too fast. You know, try to get off the ground too fast. I just had to go slower.
Did you have your flaps down at all for takeoff?
No, I'm all up. It's alright, I'll get it. It'll cooperate eventually. So I'm doing a lot of... I got my stick totally down. You know, pitched nose down. Not being cooperative.
Where's your trim?
My trim is 3 down right now. If I put it back up to neutral,
No, I wouldn't recommend that.
so let me get control here. I'm just trying to get to neutral, or trying to get the thing to just climb. See, I'm letting go of the stick right now. Now I'm playing around with the with flaps 1. Gear. That's strange. Now I'm in VRS again. Now I'm sync.
Yeah, it's because your engine nacelles are still more in helicopter mode.
Yeah, I took them back to 90. It's like I'm losing I got my trim is set at 4.8 down just to get this stupid, keep the nose level. Like it's caught on a funk. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right over here because I can't climb.
Try putting your nacelles at about 70%. With that, with your nose down, you should pick up airspeed. And with airspeed, you should be able to climb.
Okay, I'll go to 70. See if I can. Come on, give me some speed. Got me to 91, 87, and then it just broke it. Weird. Okay, let's recover. Hard landing now. VRS. Too low to the ground. Boom. That's alright.
And your gear's up, isn't it?
My gear was down when I was, because I knew I was going to go down. As soon as I saw the VRS as low as I was, hey, I'll just put the gear down. Maybe they'll caution the shock a little bit. So we gotta wait.
Only 4,100 feet a minute. Yeah.
So I guess you lay to your side. Well, I'm just curious because, you know, what they're going to do on the patch. You know, if they're going to address, you know, now that we're in release candidate 1. Come on, X-Plane, reset. Let's go. Ain't got all day. Mayday, mayday, going down. We're gonna die. Oh, well. Well, anyway, at least, hey, we're back over here on the ground again.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Just keep on. Just keep swimming. Irritating noise.
approaching 36. On runway 36.
Probably not to regulations.
FSE flight not started.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, lose power?
No, when I went over to transition between flight mode to the other mode, or helicopter mode to regular mode, it didn't like it. I guess I did it too fast.
Well, at least you saved it.
Yeah. Weird. I'm just trying to get some altitude right now. Yeah, very interested to see what version 1.7 is in store. Hopefully they modified the flight model a little bit. Sure, I could keep it at regular flight model without the modifications, but that's no fun.
No, and then you can't land it.
Unless you can't land, unless it's so bad that I can't land it ever. But I've landed. I mean, I had that one butter, so it's just, you know, it's me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you kept it at conventional, you couldn't land it.
Right.
Because you'd, destroy the wings and the engines.
Right.
But you can land it with the nacelles, I believe, at 60%. Because then the blades miss the ground.
Right. And I was landing them at, I think you're right, 60%, I think is what it was. Well, let's hop over here to the Bay Area. That's what we'll do. So I need to make my turn. There's a little bit of trying to climb to the stars. Bay Area. Have a look around.
Very good.
I don't know what that was. And we'll go ahead and climb to 14,500. As you can see, we are starting to, the hypoxia is starting to set in. So we know that's working. Oh no. It's getting darker, it's getting darker. I'm losing it. Turn that on. All of a sudden, it starts to brighten up. Altitude hold at 14,500. Oh, let's go 16.5 because we're already halfway up there. And we'll just aim towards the sun. And we'll get rid of the oxygen bottle now, so we don't have to worry about that. Head to the Bay Area. Now it's the boring part. Oh, so far it's holding the heading at the moment, so that's good. Speeds at 250 knots, doing 309 over the ground.
That's quite good, actually.
Yeah. I do have a 20 knot headwind in my face, so my true airspeed's at 325 at the moment. Now when it reset, did it put that jettison thing in there? Yeah, it did. Not supposed to have that in there. That creates problems for me. Let's see if it'll stay holding the heading. Doesn't look like it. Try to trim out the roll so it'll cooperate. Now went too much. setting for this. Okay, I lost it. I lost my active sky for XP.
Oh no. Yeah, 3992. Or
2992.
2992. Yeah, we're going to the Bay Area. I was thinking high desert, high mountains.
Yeah. Okay, now that's now yes, it's 3034. Wow, it's way up there.
That is, yeah.
Okay. 3034 it is. Let's see, am I heading the right direction? Yeah, I think I am. Yep, in the right direction. Heading more towards Hayward, San Francisco, Oakland. Heading the right way.
Well, continue to enjoy your evening, and I will probably catch you tomorrow if all things work out.
Alrighty, well then I should be here.
All right.
So I should be here.
Take
Yep.
care, Dion. Have a
Thank you,
good
sir. Appreciate you stopping by. Laters.
one. You bet. Bye.
Yeah, you shouldn't see that at all. So, to sum up this video, we did practice landings and practice crashes. That's pretty much the sum of it.
Practice.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in here and modify this up a little bit. slowly heading to where we need to be. Alright, we're getting towards Sacramento. We'll go ahead and get lower. Take us down to, take us down to 12,500 feet. 12,500 feet. Aircraft seems to perform better at lower altitudes than way up there in the sky. As you can see, Sacramento. There. Over here, on the other hand, Sacramento, and that's KMHR. I'm not familiar. Then I'm going to static the airspeed to save fuel to 240 knots. There we go. Keep tabs on our altimeter setting, which is 3020 now. And of course the dogs are barking. why they're barking, because there's nobody there. I'm looking outside the one camera I have outside the front door, and there's nobody there. Dumb dogs. And there's nothing I can do about it. Dogs just go off like crazy. I do see some water way out there in the distance. Did slow us down to 279 knots indicated, or over the ground, and 240 indicated, which is fine. That's slower, yeah, but it's conserving fuel. Now I'm down to 440 or 38 gallons per hour instead of what it was. I think that actually is the Bay Area, or the Bay we're heading towards. As it's desperately trying to hold the heading, but just not doing a very good job. Which they are working on. You know, the 1.7, they're trying to get that ironed out, trying to figure out what's going on. But like I say, I hope that they make this model where it's going to work with 11.4.0, you know, when it's released. Don't know if that's the correct waterway or not, but there is a waterway that goes to the Bay Area. That could be it that we're looking at right now in the center of your screen. It just takes you can take the ships, cargo ships and stuff, small cargo ships, granted very small cargo ships, will take it and they'll go all the way up these channels right here and go all the way to Sacramento. Come into the Bay Area and then wind their way around and go through all these waterways and end up in Stockton. I think that's Stockton right there, California. Could be wrong. I think that's what that is. And then the waterways, they can just take it right on up into Sacramento. We got some wind turbines. Their thing. Got all kinds of them actually. Got some shiny things going on here. What's all that? Oh, those are the little ones that have little bitty lights on them. Kind of hard to see now. Okay, there's Hayward, there's Oakland. So, if I am correct, if I point us towards the Golden Gate Bridge. cool. As more things are starting to pop in now, my frame rates are going to start to go to hell really quick. Once we get closer to the ground, because all the stuff's going to draw. This little bitty 5-year-old computer just can't handle it like it used to. But I wanted to get to the Golden Gate Bridge. At least work my way there anyway. Just a little seasick, no big deal. And you're starting to see a little bit of it. Golden Gateway out there. Outside marker coming in. For an airport that we're not going to land at. Alright, let's reduce altitude to 10,000 feet. 500. I just want to see if there is any traffic. Not that I can tell. And we'll slow down to 230 knots indicated. See KSFO right over there. Oakland is right there, and then down there, ways out of our visual range is San Jose. And there's an airplane right there below us. It's not showing up on my radar, so traffic is not showing up. I don't know why traffic's not showing up, but well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I have to play around with that and figure that out. And let's go ahead and knock our continued descent down to 2,500 feet. And we'll increase our rate to 2,000 feet per minute. And we'll turn our heading to 220. Hopefully we're still streaming. And we are taking some hits on frames though. people are getting home from work or whatever and getting on the internet. So now my internet is starting to go down. So if I do lose you guys, I apologize. It's just unfortunately it's where I live. Hopefully keep it going. Because on my side, my frame rates, it just switched from 1080p down to 360p. So if I go 720, I got it back, so I don't know. There's an airplane up there. Oakland, San Francisco, Bay Bridge, Richmond. I think it's Richmond, right? Richmond's would go across, you know, into San Francisco. I think is what it is. I'm not for sure on that one. NoCal is not my area. So Southern California is my area. Back off on our speed. Might as well just turn off our autopilot. And what we're going to do is we're going to find a spot to land because my wife just pulled up. And she's telling me to go. Slow down here, get ready to transition. Like that at all, did it? It's alright, we'll get it. Well, they need my help, so what I'm going to have to do is go ahead and stop the stream because my wife needs help getting the groceries out. So I will catch you guys next time on another exciting X-Plane Adventures, and I'll do this all over again, and maybe go to Santa Rosa. So anyway, you guys take care. I'm just going to continue having fun. Take care, guys. Bye.